All right, so we do have a new severe thunderstorm warning out here for Crisp and Dooley and Sumter counties in Georgia. That's going to go on for the next 25 minutes.
From Bikeville, Kentucky, he's a weatherman, streaming live with a well-thought-out plan. Guiding us through every stormy gust, a trusted voice that we all can trust. Safety first and more than just a call. He's there for us, standing tall. He's Ryan Hall, yeah, the weatherman. When the winds pick up, he's got the plan. Standing tall where the truth by side, guiding us through every stormy tide, bringing hope when the skies turn gray. Ryan Hall, yeah, leading the way. Started young with a passion so deep, predicting the weather while others sleep. Now millions watch as they read the sky. It's calm voice soothes as the storms pass by. From school closes to a worldwide stage, he's the one guiding through every age. With every storm, he's there to see us through, bringing light to the darkest view. He's Ryan Hall, yeah, the weatherman. When the winds pick up, he's got the plan. Standing tall where the truth by side, guiding us through every stormy time.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Ryan Hall, yeah, leading the way. With the all squad, he's leading the way, helping those in need through the stormy day. Tornadoes to floods, no one's left behind. A hero in the storm, shining through the night, guiding us safely, a beacon of light. He's Ryan Hall, yeah, the weatherman. When the winds pick up, he's got the plan. Standing tall where the truth by side, guiding us through every stormy tide, bringing hope when the skies turn gray. Ryan Hall, yeah, leading the way. Here's to the man with the radar so clear, a friend we hold dear, always near. With every forecast you shine so bright, our guiding light in the darkest night. Ryan Hall, yeah.
A tree fell on a pedestrian. They managed to walk to a fire station.
Ryan, got one for you. Hearing about some thunderstorm wind damage over near Unionville in Center County, Pennsylvania. This came from the 911 call center about 14 minutes ago. They said there are trees down across Egypt Hollow Road.
All right, so that's some of the latest storm reports coming in there from Yalbot. So we're continuing to track this rotating storm over here in Tennessee, where we do have a tornado warning currently in effect for Hickman, Lewis, and Perry counties. So we're encouraging everyone to take shelter. If this storm continues to, go east, it might end up impacting places like Santa Fe and Columbia. So y'all need to be getting ready for that.
Let's see here.
See here. We did just get a new considerable severe thunderstorm warning up here in Pennsylvania for Clinton County. This includes Lock Haven and Jersey Shore. 70-mile-per-hour winds are actually possible with this one along Highway 220. So let's get indoors and away from windows that we have already over there in Clinton and Lycoming County in Pennsylvania.
Never underestimate a blip.
Alright, let's see here over here. See what I sound velocities here. Ooh. Let's see.
Yeah, you can see, plenty of rotation with that. It is definitely rotating still over here in Linden, Tennessee. All right, let's get an update from Yalbot on what you guys are talking about in chat.
Alrighty, Ryan. Your devoted chat legions are still lighting up the map like a Christmas tree in July. Northern Ohio, especially around Lorain County, Elyria, and North Olmsted, is basically a flashing neon sign of what is happening with all those tornado warnings and sirens. Michigan is still passionately advocating for screen time, with some convinced you're giving them the silent treatment despite their reports of 100,000 pounds of rain, while others say they're doing just fine and to stop asking. And a special dedication award goes to Chloe Davis, who is single-handedly making sure Oak Grove, Kentucky is on your radar, while Dixon and Hohenwald, Tennessee are also getting quite vocal with concerns about warnings and super green skies.
What the heck, y'all? Calm down. The reason I'm not talking about Michigan is because there's nothing to talk about in Michigan. We got the severe thunderstorm warning in Detroit that we've been hooting and hollering about for a year. And that's actually moving through Detroit now. Once it gets past Detroit, we're going to be done for the most part in Michigan, except for maybe over here near Warren up towards Sarnia. Yeah, that's what's going on with that. Checking back in on the tornado warning in Lorain County, Ohio. We continue to have this severe storm that's capable of producing a tornado coming up towards Avon Lake. So get ready for that. We got 300,000 people still under this warning for the next 14 minutes. Hillsboro and Winchester in Ohio, you guys are under a severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to go on for the next 29 minutes. We've got about 50,000 people about to get hit by 60-mile-per-hour winds here, so get ready for that. Yeah, I'm going to stop asking now. I always say, if we get a really bad storm that's sitting in an area, and I know we got a lot of people watching, I say, how you guys doing? But apparently, you're fine, and I need to stop asking, according to y'all lot, so. Mangum, Oklahoma, you guys need to get ready for some severe weather in the near future as well. Yeah, we're getting a lot of lightning in Bowling Green. I can see it. And by the way, this is what that looks like a little bit farther to the east. So the storm that's over Bowling Green, it's coming towards Gold City. And that's a really nice looking shelf cloud there. Yeah, so this is what the storm looks like on its approach to Franklin, Kentucky, Gold City, Blackjack, Pope, in that area. Uh, 12 minutes remain on that tornado warning in Lorain, Ohio. All right, let's go back over here to our charts. Okay, we've got our two most important warnings right now are the two tornado warnings that we have. Got 14 minutes left on both of them. Radar indicated rotation on both of them. We're not worried about hail with either of them. The main thing here is that we have radar indicated rotation, and we could have a tornado coming soon in Lorain County, Ohio, Hickman, Lewis, and Perry counties in Tennessee. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning with the tornado possible in both Cuyahoga, Lorain, and Medina counties, and then also Clinton and Lycoming counties. Clinton County is in Pennsylvania. Lorain, Medina, that's in Ohio. 70-mile-per-hour winds are possible with those as well. On top of all that, we've got a bunch of severe thunderstorm warnings down here from Georgia to Arkansas to Kentucky to Texas, Pennsylvania. So we're tracking them all here as they come in to all these areas. Also, let's get an update on our top storm reports of the day. Still 73 miles per hour. That's the highest wind gusts we've recorded today in Royerton, Indiana. Down there. And then we got a bunch of 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts all across Illinois and Indiana as well. Biggest hail reports coming from Central High, Oklahoma. 2-inch hail just a few moments ago, recorded by a trained spotter. We've had 18 total tornado reports, by the way. And this is an awesome photo that we got earlier of the Great American Ballpark out there, as it was, we had a pretty good light show about an hour or two ago. Here's another look at our tornado warned storm in Tennessee. You can still see the little bit of a lowering down in there. So once again, a tornado warning continues for the Centerville, Buffalo, and Gordonsburg area out there in Tennessee. Oh, dang. This is from NC Dot on I-40. Yeah, really bad flooding has been going on over here on the North Carolina-Tennessee border. Looks like some water rescues are ongoing. No confirmed tornadoes in, no, up there in Ohio. Neither of these tornado warnings have confirmed tornadoes. We have radar indicated rotation. We do have like a visible lowering here with this one in Tennessee, though, so we're watching it very closely. And we're keeping an eye on that one out there in Ohio as well. This is what it looks like in Bowling Green, Kentucky, as a severe thunderstorm is still chugging through right now. It's taking a while for it to get out of there, ain't it? Let's go back up to Ohio real quick. We've only got 7 minutes remaining on this warning, so hopefully they'll let it expire here soon. But that strongest pocket of winds is moving through the town of Elyria right now, and going into North Rogerville, and then Sheffield and Avon, and then over there towards Westlake. So get ready for some significant, potentially damaging winds and the potential for a tornado as well. Not as much of a potential for a tornado, but definitely some very strong winds moving through Bowling Green, Kentucky right now. Dang. Yeah, this is we've been waiting for this storm to hit Bowling Green for like an hour, and here we go. Still got power, it seems.
Hey, Ryan, just got a pretty strong one in about 6 minutes ago over near South Amherst in Lorain County, Ohio. They clocked an 81-mile-per-hour thunderstorm wind gust there. Sounds like it was measured right at the Lorain County Airport by their ASOS station.
Well, there's your new top wind gust of the day. 81 miles per hour. It's already showing up here on our ranker. So Ohio is in the lead now, I guess, with 81 mile per hour winds recorded by an ASOS station there in South Amherst, Ohio, just recently. So definitely some damaging winds happening up there. 5 minutes remain on that tornado warning. But that blue G right there, that's where that 80 mile per hour wind gust happened. So almost certainly still doing damage over here near North Ridgeville, moving up towards the St. John Medical Center, Avon, Bay Village, Westlake, and Avon Lake. We've got damaging winds pushing through right now, so get ready for it.
Hey, Ryan, just got word of some thunderstorm wind damage. This was about 12 minutes ago over near Springfield in Robertson County, Tennessee. The emergency manager out there is reporting several trees down across the county, mainly in the Adams and Springfield areas.
In Ohio, we just got a new severe thunderstorm warning here. for Portage, Stark, Summit, Wayne counties. This includes Akron again, so we're going to have about 1 million people under a severe thunderstorm warning here for the next hour. Take shelter indoors, get away from windows out there in Akron, Canton, Alliance. This is going to go on for, I mean, it'll be an hour probably before the winds really start, so get ready for that out there. And also in Ohio, we got a new severe thunderstorm warning for Logan, Lancaster, and Nelsonville, and Fairfield, Hocking, and Pickaway counties. That's going to go on for about an hour. We've got 60-mile-per-hour winds coming in here very soon. 4 minutes remain on our tornado warning down here in Tennessee. Will they extend it? Will they continue it? We'll see. We still got some rotation, but this thing's been trying for a while to put down a tornado, and it hasn't been very successful. I think you can still see the lowering a little bit here on this camera, so we'll watch it.
Alrighty, Storm Whisperer Ryan, your chat is currently a symphony of sirens, especially from northern Ohio, with folks in Brunswick, North Olmsted, and good old Lorain County leading the orchestra. Tennessee is practically sending up weather balloons for Centerville and Murfreesboro, while Bowling Green, Kentucky is having its own lightning disco party. Also, the pronunciation police are on patrol and wanted to gently remind you it's North Ridgeville, Ohio. Not Rogerville, unless you're secretly trying to establish new municipalities on air.
Appreciate the heads up. So yeah, just 2 minutes remain on those tornado warnings over there. And I think we just got an update on our SPC Outlook, which I'll share in just a moment.
Let's see.
Yeah, the storms are getting close to Nashville. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning out here for Cheatham, Davidson, Dixon counties. Some strong winds are moving into Jolton. Right here in the next little bit. We also got Brad Arnold chiming in. Go ahead, Brad.
Hey, I heard from a source that you might could use the tornado sniffer tonight. We fired up chase mode tonight. Headed up to Tennessee right now. I heard you could use some feet on the ground.
Awesome. The tornado sniffer himself has activated his stream out there. Well, it says he's in Dallas, Texas, but he's not. That'll update here shortly. But I see you out there just south of Huntsville. The tornado sniffer.
A new PDS severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
All right, so real quick, we're going to check back in with Brad here in a moment. But I think what they're doing in Ohio now.
Yes, my whole message didn't go through, but I heard that you may need some people up there on that Tennessee storm, and then he kind of does some weird stuff to storm. So headed up right now. I'll be there in about half an hour or so. But the live stream is on. About to cross the state line right now and get it near Columbia. But what do you say, just to kind of get the crowd going, we fire up that tornado sniffer song? How about that?
Oh, I'm two steps ahead of you, Brad. That's what I was getting ready to do. I just want to update real quick. We got a PDS severe thunderstorm warning for Cleveland. Okay, 1.1 million people in Cuyahoga and Lorain counties under a severe thunderstorm warning with 80-mile-per-hour destructive winds continuing to be possible here in Parma, Cleveland, Beechwood, and Euclid. You guys know what I'm talking about. So take shelter as if this was a tornado warning. Okay, this is a dangerous storm for you folks up there in Cleveland. You don't want to play around with this. So that's what's happening up there in Cleveland. Some 80-mile-per-hour winds are coming in. Take shelter as if it was a tornado warning once again. I do want to check in also, before we go back to Brad, I want to check in on this camera over here at Pleasantville, because it does have a view of the the storm that we were watching that was tornado warned a moment ago. And you can still see the same feature, but it doesn't look as robust as I guess it did before. So let's come over here to Brad Arnold, who is going to go up towards Tennessee and help us sniff out these storms. And let's play the tornado sniffer song. Who wants to hear it? Go ahead. Oh, crap. I can't find it. There it is. Here we go. Brad Arnold.
He's the tornado sniffer. He's the tornado sniffer. Brad Arnold's here to sniff the storm.
Oh, I think that's coming down right there.
He is the tornado sniffer. If you're not familiar with Brad Arnold, he sniffs them out. That's his job. That's what he does.
That's
so he's going to be out there.
I think that's a funnel there.
Floating around some of these storms in Alabama and Tennessee, sniffing out the storms today as they go through southern portions of Middle Tennessee. Speaking of Tennessee, storms are getting close to Nashville. I think we're probably going to see a new severe thunderstorm warning issued here soon for portions of Nashville, especially up there towards Hendersonville. So y'all get ready for that. And then we've got a tornado possible severe thunderstorm warning still in effect for Centerville down here in Hickman and Lewis counties in Tennessee. And I mean, it's still rotating enough to where you got to look at it. You know what I'm saying? You just got to look at that. Back up there in Ohio, once again, Cleveland, you guys are under an extremely dangerous situation or a destructive severe thunderstorm warning, okay? And what does that mean? That means that there's a possibility for 80-mile-per-hour winds, and that's going to do significant damage if it actually hits Cleveland. So we're hoping for the best here, but right now some of the strongest winds are coming through North Olmsted up towards Westlake, and then we're going to see those come up towards Lakewood and then hit downtown Cleveland with up to 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So get prepared for power outages and stuff like that. 1.1 million people are in the path of this dangerous storm over here in Cleveland. Back down to Tennessee, there it is. That's your severe thunderstorm warning for Nashville. So that includes Hendersonville and Gallatin as well. And this is what that storm looks like as it comes in. So this is just to the north of Gallatin. We've got a camera over here, courtesy of the Radar Mega Cyclone Port Network. You can see that strong storm pushing in. We're going to have 60-mile-per-hour winds coming up towards Portland, Oak Grove, and Westmoreland here soon. Also Cottontown, Gallatin, and Bethpage. Hendersonville, you guys are also in the path. Nashville, of course, you guys are in the path. So we've got about 500,000, about 600,000 people in this severe thunderstorm warning here. This is what it looks like from downtown Nashville right now, or, from a little bit behind downtown Nashville. You can see that strong storm coming in from the west. We can get pretty close in here with Nashville, and you can see some of the strong winds starting to come in on the northwest side of town over there. This is what it looks like on the Briley Parkway out there on the west side of Nashville. So winds are definitely starting to gust above 40 to 50 miles per hour, and we expect that we might even see some 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts at some point. So if you are just now tuning in, our top priority warning right now, our most concerning situation is going to be up there in Cuyahoga and Lorain counties in Ohio, where we've got a destructive 80-mile-per-hour severe thunderstorm going on. And then right after that, we've got a tornado possible, considerable severe thunderstorm warning for Clinton and Lycoming counties in Pennsylvania. That one's got 70-mile-per-hour winds on it. We got to take shelter for that, okay? And then, of course, we are looking at the severe thunderstorm warning here in Nashville right now because we've got a considerable amount of people in the path here. So if you are in the path of this storm, make sure you're taking shelter and getting indoors, staying away from windows, all that good stuff. We actually already got some damage reports in from areas just north of Nashville. I've got one here that says we have potentially some trees down blocking Louisville Highway and McCurtry Road in Millersville. So that wind is moving off towards Cottontown now. So you guys, y'all get ready for that. Once again, take shelter indoors, away from windows. It is a dangerous storm that we're dealing with here coming into the greater Nashville area. Also, let's go check back in on Cleveland. We do have 80-mile-per-hour winds coming into Cleveland here soon, so hopefully everybody's ready for that. Westlake, North Olmsted, you guys are included in that. We've got 1.1 million people in the direct path of this destructive, extremely dangerous storm. In Kentucky, we got a new severe thunderstorm warning just north of Hopkinsville down here for Crofton. This is Christian, Muhlenberg, and Todd counties. So get ready for that. We do have some storms approaching Lexington, Kentucky, but it looks like they're below severe limits right now. We got a special weather statement out here near Bardstown, so we'll keep you updated on that. And then here's the latest on this severe thunderstorm warning in Adams, Brown, and Highland counties in Ohio. We've got West Union, Rardon, and Piketon, and Waverly under a severe thunderstorm warning right now.
Doesn't really help that it's rain wrapped.
And this is a look at Nashville as the storm comes in towards Nashville. Once again, we do think that we're going to have some 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts possibly up here. Probably some stronger wind gusts are going to be possible over there towards Gallatin, which is what we're looking at here. Just to the north of Gallatin, we got ourselves a camera that's about to get hit by some 60, 65-mile-per-hour wind gusts up here on State Road 109. That's going to move over towards Bethpage, Bransford, and Westmoreland, okay? And then looking a little bit closer into Nashville.
I don't know if it's rain wrapped.
You can see that we do have some strong winds moving in on the northwest side of town already.
It's hard to say. Let me get a better view on that. See. Maybe I can tell us. Yeah, that's rotating right there. That's what that is. Yeah, it's not rain wrapped anymore, my guy. It's not rain wrapped. That's it right there. You can barely see the motion, but if you look real close to the screen, you can see it's definitely rotating. That's going to be the tornado right there if it forms.
It actually looks like where some of the damage reports are coming in up there near Jolton, it looks like we might have a little bit of a traffic jam up here for some reason. I don't know if we got a tree down up there, but this is up there on Interstate 24 north of Whites Creek near Licton. So we're starting to see the winds really start to pick up here in Nashville. So once again, we got a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Nashville. This is what it looks like from a little bit of a distance. You can see it coming into the downtown area there. A nice view from, once again, the Cyclone Port Network with Radar Omega. And we do have a pretty strong storm coming out of Bowling Green now and working over towards Glasgow. And we've got a pretty cool view of that, too, if you guys want to see that. This is a nice shelf cloud that continues to cross over portions of Kentucky. So we're going to continue to watch that as the storm gets closer. So let's go back to the radar here, and let's talk about Ohio again, because it's been a second since we've given an update here. And I want to make sure that we update y'all every step of the way. Cleveland, downtown Cleveland, you guys are getting in on some of those stronger winds right now, maybe up to 70, maybe even 80-mile-per-hour winds are moving into Lakewood, Parma, Old Brooklyn, Cleveland right now. Next in line, we're talking about Collinwood, Garfield Heights, Shaker Heights, Cleveland Heights up there towards East Lake, okay? We are under an extremely dangerous 80-mile-per-hour severe thunderstorm warning here, so we're encouraging everyone to take shelter as if this was a tornado warning in Cuyahoga and Lorain counties in Ohio. 1.1 million people are in the path of these 80-mile-per-hour winds. New severe thunderstorm warning for Morgan and Perry counties in Ohio. That's going to continue for the next 20 minutes or so. Also in North Dakota, big time severe thunderstorm warning up there for Bottineau and McHenry counties. Get ready for that $50 size hail.
I don't like how that's retightening up.
But of course, we're going to go back down here to Gallatin and Nashville and Hendersonville, where we got a very strong storm coming through the Nashville area right now. This is what it looks like a little bit closer to Hendersonville right now. Oh, not that, this. So we do have a significant, probably one of the stronger parts of the storm is currently, going through Hendersonville at the current moment. So if you're just now tuning in, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Hendersonville, and it looks like at least 60-mile-per-hour winds are going to be possible here as it continues to push through.
I don't think the storm is wanting to be very nice.
So here's everything that I'm looking at here in the Nashville area as we've got very strong winds. Once again, the stronger winds are happening
Hey,
right
Ryan,
now.
rotation's beginning to ramp up again in that storm that's headed to Columbia. It's pretty tight circulation now on it.
Okay, that's Brad. We're going to go back down to that storm right here in a second. But once again, this is a look at everything that we're watching right now in the Nashville area, and especially Hendersonville. I think that's where the strongest winds are currently.
Thank you, Brad, for telling him. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right, let's go down here and take a look at this storm in Tennessee that's a little bit farther to the south. We've been watching this one for a while. It's been rotating enough to warrant a tornado warning. It kind of let up a little bit, but it does look like it's coming back together. So that's what Brad is talking about, and he's actually going to be trying to go up there and maybe intercept that as the storms go over into more central portions of or southern portions of Middle Tennessee. All right, so make sure you guys are ready, and y'all are watching out over here in Buffalo, Bond, and Shady Grove, because we've seen storms like this do weird stuff out here in Tennessee, like Brad said. So we're going to be watching this closely as he goes up towards that storm. Go ahead, Andy.
Hey Ryan, further northeast of that, north of Gallatin, Tennessee, towards the Westmoreland area, I think we have a weak tornado that's maybe churned up a few trees here that's unwarned. So I've gone ahead and put a y'all watch on it out to that area. correlation coefficient shows some lower values there that are consistent, do follow the storm. So I do believe that was a tornado. We'll probably see a survey done on that area of interest, but y'all watch out ahead of it while it's still ongoing here, possibly towards the Westmoreland, Tennessee area.
Thank you so much, meteorologist Andy Hill. So we got a strong storm heading, all the way up from Bethpage up towards Adolphus, Fairfield. But right there in the middle, we've got that area of rotation that we're watching, and we're saying, y'all watch out in Westmoreland. Could have a tornado warning issued with that. It's possible. It's not guaranteed or anything. Not even necessarily expected, but it is something that we're watching. We don't have we don't have a destructive severe thunderstorm warning anymore for Cleveland. So they've downgraded that to considerable. But areas north and east of Cleveland, I still think that we're going to have a couple of wind reports in excess of 70 miles per hour. So y'all get ready for that. Coming back over here to our top 10 warnings right now, we have no tornado warning. All severe thunderstorm warnings. Our number one thing, though, is going to be that warning up there in Pennsylvania, because it is a tornado possible, and we've got considerable damage threats associated with that. So let's go check that in on that warning over here near Williamsport. We got 13 minutes left on this, so in Lock Haven and Jersey Shore, get ready. Some significant severe weather is on the way. Over here in Ohio, Cuyahoga that county is still under a considerable severe thunderstorm warning for the next 28 minutes. So get ready for potentially some very strong damaging winds over the next 28 minutes. And then in Oklahoma and Texas, we got ourselves a new considerable severe thunderstorm warning back here for Jackson County, Oklahoma, and Hardeman County in Texas. That's 1.5 inch hail and 70 mile per hour winds. Continuing to watch the Nashville area. Downtown Nashville, it's really not. It's not made much progress towards the town, and we're mostly seeing stuff happening over here near Hendersonville, to be honest with you.
So much for not having chaos in the stream tonight. Let's see.
How are we doing out there in Hendersonville, by the way? I don't think this is definitely not the worst storm that you've been through this year, but it's definitely somewhat impactful. Let us know what it's feeling like, what it's looking like out there.
Make that camera focus, please.
Yeah, most of the really impactful stuff, from what I can tell, just looking at radar, is probably happening north of downtown Nashville. This is up here near, Jordonia, Old Hickory, Hendersonville, and then, of course, up there towards Gallatin as well.
Let's see here.
In Ohio, we do have a new considerable severe thunderstorm warning out now for Guega and Lake counties. Another 300,000 people now in the path of significant severe weather. We're talking about 70 mile per hour winds and another tornado possible damage threat there with, once again, 70 mile per hour winds coming up towards portions of Guega and Lake counties. So get ready in Mentor, get ready in Chardon and Madison for a significant severe storm. In Kentucky, we've got a new severe thunderstorm warning for Lexington. Lexington, Kentucky is now under a severe thunderstorm warning.
Well, ain't that just charming?
So get ready for that out there in Lexington.
That hates me, and then the
it's
camera
honestly
looks
already
like
happening
shit
pretty much on the north side of town up there between Bracktown, and Northland. This is moving up towards Bryan Station and eventually towards
that ain't
Sidville
really gonna
and
help if a
Hutchinson.
fucking tornado
Places
touches
like the
down, I'll
University
tell
of
ya.
Kentucky down towards Gainesway. It looks like it's going to miss you for the most part. But there's more rain and storms coming, so this
Well,
won't be
that was
the
a
only
nice
storm that we get in
lightning strike.
Lexington today.
As long as it doesn't hit somebody, that's fine, I guess. Let's see.
I unfortunately didn't put the Lexington cameras in the program. Last time we had a storm out here, somebody told me that there were cameras, but I didn't put them in there. This is what we're looking at out there, though. If you can kind of see that out there in G-Town. Pretty strong winds. Looks like we still have power, though, for the majority of Lexington. But the biggest part of the storm is definitely happening down there in Highlands and Russell Cave.
A new tornado warning has
There
been
it
issued.
is.
All right, we just got a new
tornado
warning in
warning
Ohio.
has been
This
issued.
is going to be for
Never
Akron.
mind.
This is going to be for
Whoa.
Stowe, Kent, Twinsburg,
That's
Aurora,
not too far from
Mantua,
my,
Hiram,
my,
Garrettsville, and Troy
brother,
Township.
aka close
We do
friend.
have a severe thunderstorm warning, a tornado warning now in effect for Goyga, Portage, and Summit counties in Ohio. We got some rotation down here near Stowe. That's moving up towards Interstate 80, Mantua once again, and Troy Township. Take shelter out here for the next 22 minutes. 22 minutes remain on our severe thunderstorm warning here. We got a bunch of campsites in the path there, including the campsite A at Camp Manitowoc, the Cool Lakes Family Campground,
even
and of
doing
course the
it.
Valley Overlook Camp at Mueller.
Let's see.
Hiram. All right. The Akron Axe House is in the path. The Schoonover Stadium, again, is under a tornado warning today. It's the second time that stadium has been in the path of one of these dangerous, damaging
Tornado
storms.
possible
So
tag was
that's what's
continued
happening out there in
with
Ohio. Get ready
0.75
again,
inch
sheltered
diameter
for
hail
21 more
and
minutes
60
out
mile
here.
per
And then
hour winds on that
we're
severe
almost done in
warning
Cleveland, but
down
you
there.
guys need to stay in your safe spot also for probably about 30 more minutes. Check out this rainbow with the lightning strike. This is sent in from Melissa M. out there in Crittenden, Kentucky.
that's crazy.
Thank you, Melissa, for sending that in. Another double rainbow out there in Alexandria, Kentucky. This is from Tim C. And then we've got some more
What's up with the
trees down out there in
rainbows?
Vernon, Ohio from Emily. Sean, man,
Okay.
we've had a rainbow outbreak out there, haven't we?
Yeah, tell me about it.
That's plumb wild. Thank you, Sean P., for
Yeah,
that.
that's plumb wild.
Big time damage out there in Bowling Green, Ohio. Major big time trees down here. So looks like this house right here was pretty lucky there that didn't go through the actual house. So once again, thank you, PJ Reynolds, for sending that in. Hope everybody's all right. More lightning and rainbows. What in the world's going on out there? This is from Clarksville. And then a nice rainbow out there at the Great American Ballpark. It's nice to see after the big storm out there. This is from the city of Vandalia Fire.
Demonetization times 5,000.
And then more trees down out there from Tristan
Oh,
and
my
Dayton,
God.
Ohio. That looks like another big one. And another double rainbow out there in Blanchester, Ohio. More damage out there in Woodlawn, Tennessee. So this is one of the first ones I've seen in Tennessee. But lots of damage reports coming in from some of the stronger wind gusts that we've been seeing, especially over there in Middle Tennessee. This is
don't
Bluffton,
know why
Indiana,
my,
where we had the roof
soundboard
peeled
is
off of a building there, and
Going
some
through
flooding up there in
mine.
Royal Oak,
Shouldn't be.
Michigan. This is on Crooks Road and Webster Street in Royal Oak, Michigan. Major flooding.
Let me change something here.
Diagonal from the Planet Fitness up there.
Input. System input. Let's see. If I did this, I would have to turn on my webcam. I don't want to do that.
A new tornado
I
warning
knew
has
that
been
was
issued.
coming.
We've got a new tornado warning.
A new
in
tornado
Kentucky.
warning has been issued.
This is going to be for Muhlenberg County
I'm sorry,
in
but is that a
Kentucky,
funnel?
out here near Belton, Paradise, and Rochester.
If
We
it
got
is,
a
it's
little
the
bit of
spin
rotation right here.
one.
Okay, so this is why we have a tornado warning for about 3,500 people out here in Muhlenberg, Kentucky, for the next hour. All right, so
really
take
line
shelter
up with
in
that.
Ebenezer, Beech Creek,
Hold
Browder,
on.
Ennis, Rochester, and
No,
Drakesboro.
that can't be.
This is a very dangerous storm.
Ah.
Take shelter now. Our other tornado warning continues up here in Ohio for
Maybe.
Portage and Summit counties. This continues to have some rotation over here,
But I don't
right
see
around
a damn
Hudson, and it's
thing,
moving up towards
so I
Interstate
don't
80,
know.
Mantua,
It can't
Hiram,
be.
and Garrettsville, and Troy
Unless it was
Township are all in the
Reese.
path here. We want to stay sheltered for the next 18 minutes. Lowest floor, interior building, interior room of the lowest floor of your building. All right, and then you want to put as many walls between you and the outside world as possible. I don't see any big scary debris signature. No, there's no way to confirm that this is a tornado down via this radar image, but we do have the polygon. All right, and we're going to respect the polygon if we're out here in this tornado warning, and we're going to take shelter for at least the next 17 minutes.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know. Oh my God. Yeah, that's
At
really
least the next
tightening
17
up.
minutes.
I was not expecting that. Jesus Christ. That is probably a tornado. But where the fuck would it be? I don't.
Here's what
I
it looks like
can't-
in Nashville.
unless
Honestly, it
it's
looks
not
like
on this-
downtown Nashville
unless
is
it's
not
to the
even
right
going to
of
get
the
hit.
camera. I don't see it. Hold on, let me go into a different
The
Hazcam
biggest
here.
part of the storm has definitely kind of
something's not
skirted
right.
past downtown Nashville off to the north. We are getting hit pretty hard up here in Westmoreland though, and this is going to move off towards the great town of Lafayette and Red Boiling Springs and Lebanon and Carthage.
Yeah, I don't see shit. Unless I'm really blind, I don't see shit. Now, this might give me a distant view of the tornado, but I doubt it because it's so freaking far away. No, that's not going to do crap.
Josh says, I don't like the polygon, but I do respect the polygon. You know, that's, you know, yeah. You know what, man? Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of polygons, we need to respect. One of them's over here in Muhlenberg County in Kentucky. We still got that rotation right
I'm going to
here
say
east of
there's
Greenville,
about to be a
moving
tornado
over
warning here in
towards
Tennessee again.
Drakesboro, Ennis, Paradise, and Rochester.
Because that is definitely tornado warnable. If it's not contamination, that is. Which, considering what I'm seeing right here, I don't think that is contamination.
This is what it looks like as that storm comes in towards Morgantown, Kentucky. Out there.
If that tightens up anymore,
We've got
that's
a
gonna,
pretty good
okay,
view
yep.
of it on its approach.
It's dead. Or is it? Hold on. What?
So
That
once again, take
can't-
shelter out there in Muhlenberg, Kentucky. Let's go back up to Ohio, where we have this other tornado
can't
warning.
be.
Rotation continues down here between Kent. The rotation is north of Kent State University.
wall
Kent State
side right
University, you
there.
guys
It
are under that
can't
tornado warning,
be,
but
it's really trying
the
to
concerning
produce,
part of
but
the
I
storm
don't
would be
think
to
it
your
is.
north. And that's moving up over into Mantua right now, up towards Troy Township.
And
Please
if
take
it
shelter
is
if you haven't
producing
already.
a tornado, it's definitely a floater because I can't see jack shit. So
We keep getting new storm reports in. 79 mile per hour wind gust was reported earlier in Indiana, so that's now in second place. So
that would be
the
the
highest wind gust we've seen today is 81 in Amherst, Ohio. And then at Ball State University in Indiana, we had a 79 mile per hour wind gust much earlier today. And we had a bunch of 70 mile per hour wind gusts all across portions of Ohio
A new
and
tornado warning
Indiana.
has been issued.
Not much hail today.
That shit.
A new tornado
A new
warning
tornado
has been
warning has
issued.
been issued
Hey
in
there,
Tennessee.
guys.
There we go.
So,
Here's our storm again.
that
Wait,
thing's
wait,
flying
new
over
tornado
here.
warning.
out
What is
here in
this for?
Tennessee. This is Hickman, Lewis, and
Tennessee,
Maury
the one that
counties
should
once
have been
again.
tornado warned on the last
This
scan
thing
when it
is
looked
going to
like
try
it was crazy.
to do
it
it again
looked like it was producing
as it
a
goes
tornado.
over to the
I
area
seen it
south
right
of
here,
Centerville.
and it
And this
looked
is
like it had
one
a thin
that
funnel.
Brad
and when
Arnold
it did that, it went
is going to
back
try
up,
to
and then when
intercept
the
up here,
rotation
okay?
on radar tightened up.
Oh
like
shit! Power
crazy.
flashes.
Where?
This is probably our best view
Power
of
flash
that.
somewhere near my house.
And
Why
I don't
does that
think this
not
is even pointing
surprise
us
me?
towards the actual rotating part of the storm at this point.
It's nothing but mayhem, is it not? Did your power go out, or is it still good?
Well,
Or are you on your phone?
oh,
Okay.
so that was what. Okay.
Power plant. That's Cleveland Public Power.
Oh,
But
so
we're gonna
that's
watch
why
it
power didn't go out.
come in from all kinds of different angles over here.
You know, it
Yeah,
doesn't
dude. There's
really
an
help.
there's an electrical plant next to my house. That's what I was hearing.
Maple Spring up there
Yeah,
towards
it
Shady
doesn't really
Grove. The
freaking help
rotation
when this
is
thing is in a
definitely
damn
picking up.
radar hole. So. And yes, I'm live, and you know with who, as you've seen me do it before.
Got about 2,500 people in this warning polygon here. Back up to Kentucky. We've got 42 minutes left on this tornado warning.
I did a live stream just over 2 hours earlier.
That's going to last
And
for,
then I decided
once
to
again,
end
42
it
more minutes.
because
We've got
things were calming
2,800
down,
people
and,
in the path here. We need to take shelter in Paradise,
obviously,
Rochester, and
things
Belton.
started ramping back up, so I went ahead and started it up again.
And then last, but certainly not least, we've got 12 minutes remaining on this tornado warning up here in Portage County, Ohio. We've still got 115,000 people in this polygon here, so we're encouraging everyone to take shelter.
Good. If it's not, go ahead
Well,
and produce
Yeah,
the
after
tornado
all,
and get it
well,
over with.
After Ohio's going to go
Everyone
to
in,
Pennsylvania, but then you still got the southern part in
Garrettsville, Windham,
Tennessee.
Troy Township. This is going to be capable of producing 70 mile per hour
Me
winds
and
with
Ryan
or
are
without a
looking at
tornado. So even
totally
if we don't
different
have a
states,
a
just so you
tube
know.
associated with this, it's going to be a dangerous storm. So get indoors, away
Which
from windows.
sometimes actually is a good thing. Because some things he should be paying
No tube needed.
attention to more than
Whoa, this is cool.
what he's looking at right now. But, you know,
This is I'm assuming this is
that's
taken from
kind
a
of another
drone. This is
reason why
Sawyer
I'm here.
sending this
So
in
if
from
people come to my stream, they'll
Zelian,
see something that he's not
Zelienople,
looking at.
Pennsylvania.
So basically,
The
a two-way
tiniest little
view.
storm ever.
And this thing decides, you know what? I'm just going to give up. So I think
did I
I think
say
it's
that right?
done.
Zelienople?
Either it's recycling or it's just done.
Yeah, I know.
And by seeing that it's flattening out and the base is rising, I think it might be done.
Yeah, hold on a second. I got back.
And he's gone. Federal.
Gosh, Hazcams, man. We've got some incredible views of this storm out here
Ho!
via Hazcams. This is coming from Columbia, looking over towards our tornado-warned storm that continues over here for Hickman, Lewis, and Maury counties in Tennessee. Lots of lightning with this, too.
Now see, that's crazy. Let me get a view of my own with this. I definitely got to see this.
We got cameras all around that storm.
Oh,
we got
yeah. This
we
thing
got
was
another
not
one
this,
on. So like we're looking at the
electric
shadowed side,
earlier.
right? The sun's on the other side of the cloud. You want to see what it looks like on the other side? Boom. And you can actually see a little bit more of the lowering there. So this is still rotating, and we still believe this is capable of producing a tornado as it comes down towards Maple Spring in Tennessee. So we're encouraging everyone to take shelter out here just as quickly as you can, because this can definitely produce a tornado. You got 8 minutes left on that tornado warning up there in Ohio, y'all. 8 minutes remain. Go ahead, y'all. Bot.
All right, Ryan, quick chat update. Akron, Ohio is getting absolutely hammered according to viewers. Down in Tennessee, Centerville remains the tornado-warned hot ticket, with Hickman County sounding like a siren festival and the Columbia Hascam getting all the clicks. And on the pronunciation front, Muhlenberg County, KY, now with a confirmed tornado and active sirens, is still Muhlenberg. And the new fan favorite correction is that Mantua, poor dad. Ohio is Manaway. Also, multiple urgent inquiries about your golf cart's well-being.
I think it's all right. I don't think that we'll still be on the air by the time these storms get here. So I should be good. I'm so, like, you guys are awesome. Thanks for caring enough to even ask. Dude, I could sit here and watch this one all day. This is plumb wild. That cell in Tennessee is actually getting quite a bit stronger, and you can, we know that because of the radar presentation, but also just because of the incredibly frequent lightning that we're seeing up here. By the way, a lot of people are still asking about that Muhlenberg, Kentucky storm. The tornado warning has been allowed to expire with that one. There is no longer a tornado warning in Muhlenberg County, Kentucky. There is, however, a tornado warning currently in effect for Portage County, Ohio, for about 5 more minutes. We'll see if they extend this. Okay, because we still have some rotation out here, and what is this? It's not Mantua. Is Manaway, or is that a joke? Like what are you talking about? But up here towards Mesopotamia Township, Bristol Township, if this were to get extended, you guys would be the next in line here. So we'll let you know. The rotation's still not crazy, but there is some there. So out of an abundance of caution, they might do that. Manaway, okay. I'll record it. Manaway. I'll never get it wrong again. Manaway. So stay sheltered out here in that town. Manaway, Troy Township up there towards Middlefield for the next 5 minutes, and then hopefully they'll let that expire. Oh, what do we got? What is that? You see? You guys see that, right? All right, I think that's an SLC. If that wasn't the most convincing... Oh my goodness. If you don't know what an SLC is, it's a scientific term for a scary looking cloud. I think that's what we're dealing with there. Yeah, that was that. That definitely looked like a tornado. So we got 4 minutes left on that tornado warning in Ohio. We do have a whole 20 minutes left on the one up here in Tennessee, which is the one that we're watching right now through our Hazcam. We're watching this one storm here from about 80 different tower cameras. It's pretty crazy. Two minutes remain on the tornado warning out there in Ohio. Stay sheltered for 2 more minutes. Here's a crazy photo from Schuyler C out there in Falmouth County, Kentucky, of a lightning strike earlier. God, lots of lightning. You guys are getting some crazy shots here with the rainbows. Like, I've seen just about as many rainbows as I've seen downed trees today, I think. And of course, we've got Bree out there in Illinois earlier today with that crazy looking shelf cloud. Thank you guys so much for sending these in. If you want to send stuff to us like this, God, that's awesome. Make sure you send it over there on Twitter at Ryan Hall Y'all or X, and also the community at RyanHallYall.com. God, lots of lightning. You guys are getting some crazy shots on that tornado warned storm out here. That's really trying. I've seen just about as many rainbows tornado as I've seen out here between Swan Bluff and Maple Spring in Tennessee. It's moving over towards Williamsport. Take shelter in Hickman, Lewis, and Maury counties if you haven't already. Of course, we've got a severe thunderstorm warning out here south and west of Memphis, by the way. That's right. We've got a pretty decent storm that's starting to come together out here between Hughes and Mariana. That's coming up towards Memphis, so y'all watch out in Memphis. In Texas, we've got a considerable severe thunderstorm warning for Hardeman County. And then in Ohio, we do have 16 minutes left on this considerable severe thunderstorm warning for Guega and Lake counties in Ohio. Chardon, Hamberdon, at North Perry, you guys are in the path of some more damaging winds over the next 16 minutes. And then we've got less than a minute left on this tornado warning over here for Guega and Portage counties in Ohio. We are watching a storm come into Chillicothe. Okay, so over here in Chillicothe, Ohio, you guys need to be getting ready for some 60-mile-per-hour winds here within the next couple of minutes. Absolutely incredible view, though, of this supercell over here in Tennessee. Plumb wild lightning. Plumb wild. It's my goal one day to be able to monitor every storm that happens in America like this. Like, why is it that here in Tennessee, any storm that pops up, especially in this area right here, we have 9 high quality, amazing tower cams to choose from, but like in Cleveland, Ohio, nothing. We gotta, I mean, and it's not even like there's that many cameras. They're just kind of nicely spread out. You know what I mean? Like, you can have pretty much 1 camera per county as long as you get it up high in the air enough. And you literally can see everything that ever happens ever. That's the goal. That's what we got to do, guys. We got to put a camera. We got to put a tower camera in every county. Starting in Tennessee. Now, honestly, Tennessee's pretty much covered by Hazcams. We already have Hazcams in Tennessee, I should say. And the Cyclone Port Network. Maybe we'll start in Ohio or Kentucky. It'd probably be easier to start in Kentucky because, like, I'm already here, you know. If you're just now tuning in, we are monitoring this tornado warned storm out here in Tennessee. That's going to go on for 13 more minutes. It's our only tornado warning right now. We also have some strong storms moving up towards, is it, do you guys say Ashtabula or Ashtabula? I forgot. Up here in Ohio, we've got a very strong storm coming up towards Jefferson, Lenox Township. We got 70-mile-per-hour winds possible here for about 100,000 people over the next hour. Both Ashtabula, it could go either way. Personally, I like the way Ashtabula sounds, but I think Ashtabula probably is the way most people say it. So, Youngstown, Ohio, and Warren, you guys are also under a severe thunderstorm warning here. We're thinking about 60-mile-per-hour winds are going to come through here within the next hour. Let's go check in on Lexington, Kentucky. The severe thunderstorm down there has kind of let up a little bit. We no longer have a severe thunderstorm warning. So we still got storms floating around out there, though. So, get ready up there in Paris and Georgetown. We're going to have continued heavy rain, small hail. But another round of strong winds is coming into Lexington. This one will hit the University of Kentucky with maybe 40 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts. So get ready for it. Hey, Brad Arnold is getting close to our storm out there in Tennessee. That was fast.
He had to have teleported. He's cheating, chat. He had to have teleported. Ooh. That might be.
That was daggone fast.
That might actually
and
be.
The thing
on
is,
the
well,
ground.
he's actually not extremely close, but you can just see this thing from really far away. All right, checking back in on that storm, by the way, the rotation is still kind of plumb wild out here between Bond and Maple Spring, moving over towards Shady Grove and Williamsport. This is, I mean, if it's not producing a tornado, it's trying very hard to, you know, and it could at any moment as it goes over Kettle Mills and Shady Grove. So take shelter now if you haven't already in Hickman, Lewis, and Maury counties in Tennessee. Some more damage photos coming in from LaPorte County, Indiana. Looks like some major power outage recipe going on there. It's going to take a while to get the power back on for some people, I'd say. Thank you for sending that in. Handlebar. Yeah, so Brad's view here is pretty crazy. Notice how often we're seeing the lightning, and it feels like he's really close to the storm. But Brad's way down here, and our storm's way up here. So he's, you know, he's not very close. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's not very far away, but he's also not very close, so. We are down to, once again, 1 tornado warning. That's our warning down there in Hardeman and Maury counties in Tennessee. We've still got a severe thunderstorm, considerable damage threat on that in Guaga and Lake counties in Ohio. And then in Hardeman County, Texas, we also have a considerable damage threat with a 70-mile-per-hour wind, severe thunderstorm coming into the area down there with 1.5-inch hail possible. So we've got a bunch of severe thunderstorm warnings in place and one tornado warning. And yeah, we're going to continue to track these as we go forward here. Looking at our top reports of the day. Once again, still South Amherst, Ohio's in first place with 81-mile-per-hour wind gust earlier. 79 at Ball State University. Coming back over here to WeatherWise. Hopefully you guys are following along in your own WeatherWise apps. I'm zooming out and showing you the wide view of what we're talking about right now as far as our severe weather situation goes. If you're behind this line, for the most part, we're good. Now, we do have some lingering storms that are kind of refiring back here in this area. I don't think that the severe weather threat will be too high with those, but the flash flooding threat is something that we have to be concerned about with these as we go forward, because they're going to kind of hit the same areas over and over again. But as far as the damaging winds go, we're done with that in Cleveland, and then once this line clears you in Warren and Youngstown, we'll be done for the night. Same thing for you guys down there in Parkersburg and Lexington, Kentucky. And things get a little bit trickier south of Nashville because we don't have a line, but we still have these sails that are popping up here. So I think that there's actually a pretty good chance that more will start popping up, and it's not going to be like there's a line that comes through and we're clear. We're actually just going to see several rounds of these sails kind of going over the same areas over and over again, once again leading to a potential flash flooding situation in this area tonight, right in here. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we did get an updated SPC outlook. Let me reload this. Yeah, so here's what we're looking at for the rest of the night here. Slight risk of severe weather. We no longer have an enhanced risk. But everybody in the yellow is going to continue to have the possibility of some isolated pockets of severe weather tonight. And then if I come over here and I load up the latest HRRR, give me just a second, I'll do that here. We can take a look at what the radar is going to look like for the rest of the night. By the way, weather models are not available on WeatherWise yet, but they will be. Everybody always asks whenever I show this. I'm testing them out. All right, so here's what the radar should look like tonight around 11 p.m. Eastern. We will see these storms maybe making it over there to the Pennsylvania border, and notice how they're a little bit more broken up, a little bit less organized at this point. We're also going to continue to see some storms up here in Michigan, but they will be scattered in nature and below severe limits for the most part. Same thing for down here in the southern portions of Ontario. I'm not too concerned about those storms. But notice how we did have some storms pop up behind the main line over here back towards Cincinnati. It is possible that by 11 p.m. we have another round of heavy rain coming in. And those will likely not be severe, but once again, heavy rain, flash flooding, that's going to be something that we have to deal with. It doesn't look like the storms are even going to make it to my neck of the woods. They're going to really kind of dissipate as they go east. Look, very quickly, boom, they lose their steam. But notice what's happening back here around Memphis. We're probably going to have several storms pop up and kind of train over the same areas over and over again between portions of Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Tennessee tonight. That could lead to some flash floodings, and it also could lead to another little mesoscale convective system that's going to try to push down towards Birmingham tomorrow morning. That will lead to some damaging winds potentially between Memphis, Tupelo, Birmingham, Huntsville, Alabama, of course. It looks like that's going to fall apart before it gets to Atlanta. Storms will refire tomorrow during the heating of the day. We could have severe weather again tomorrow around Baltimore. Some damaging winds are going to be possible as far north as up there into up towards
this thing
Boston,
doesn't give
New York
up, I
City.
swear.
And then, yeah, it looks like we are going to get hit over here in eastern Kentucky tomorrow by some strong storms as well.
There it
We
is.
keep pushing this forward.
A new
Notice how
tornado
things
warning has
clear
been
out
issued.
significantly, though, by the time we get into the early morning hours on Friday. So we should have a little bit of a break there before our next big storm system.
A new
but yeah,
tornado warning has
that's
been
what's
issued.
going on out there for the future view. Let's go check in on that Tennessee storm because
I
they
got
did
the
extend the
warning
warning.
way
We've got a
before
tornado
him.
warning now for Hickman and Maury counties in Tennessee. This is going to go on for 33 more minutes. 33 more minutes out here in Shady Grove, Williamsport, Santa Fe, New Hope, Mount Nebo. You guys are included in this now. And the rotation is still pretty crazy out here between Shady Grove and Maple Springs. So wouldn't be surprised if this thing did actually plant a tornado. We've got some mammatus clouds out there coming in from Justin H. in Beloit, Wisconsin. That's some really cool looking stuff there. Justin, thank you for sending that in. Jared K. Is
Oh boy.
saying that a tree almost fell on my truck.